Wands at the ready, State of Play is back with an in-depth look at the magic brewing in Hogwarts Legacy.
Ooh. Wands at the ready, she says. Here we go! Oh, jumping right in. Okay. Oh, okay. Never mind. Got excited for a second. I was like, ooh, a trailer already? Oh, it is. It is the trailer right away. Okay, Avalanche. We already knew that, but great. Ooh, that music. Okay, okay. Let's go, let's go. Anticipation is killing me.
Lumos.
In-game footage, alright. Hell yeah. Ooh, there it is!
What do you think you're doing here, humans?
Rap horn? Okay, okay. Ooh, I like it. Oh my god, it looks so good. That's not Hogwarts.
Welcome to Hogwarts Legacy.
It is?
You're a
okay.
new student at the famed School of Witchcraft and Wizardry with a unique ability to manipulate powerful ancient magic hidden in the wizarding world.
Mirror magic?
You'll need to uncover what's behind the return of this forgotten magic and who is seeking to harness it to destroy wizard kind,
Goblin Wars,
as
maybe?
you may be the one that decides the fate of the entire wizarding world.
God, it looks so good.
But before you can study magic and
Oh, the
begin
great-
to solve these mysteries, you must create the witch or wizard you want to
Ooh,
be.
get some scars, huh? Okay, okay. Some floopy hair.
When you arrive at Hogwarts,
colours.
you will be sorted into one of the 4 Hogwarts houses: Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, or Slytherin.
wonder who the
After
headmaster
you
was
settle
there.
into your dormitory, you will meet
Oh,
up with your
Ravenclaw looks so
housemates in
good.
the common
My
room.
house.
You will then need to attend classes, and you do have some catching up to do,
Ooh,
as you are
okay.
starting Hogwarts late as a 5th year.
So you
See
are
the
the
armor
new
moving in the
student.
background?
You'll begin your studies attending Charms, Defense Against the Dark Arts, Herbology, and Potions classes, to name a few.
Oh my god.
hello.
Ooh, who's that?
Class,
He's cute.
please welcome the newest rose in our garden.
What's the teacher?
Shall we
Okay.
begin? Welcome to year 5 of
Sure,
charms.
thing up in the
Now,
background,
this
that's
will be
cool.
a crucial year in your education on the
Look at all
art
the
of
spells in the
charm work.
background.
But I am
Charms, I should
confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge.
The
I
best
like
way
this
to
guy.
practice is by dueling. We'll start with you
The
two.
wands look the same, I think.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Oh, this guy's gonna be a dick. He's gonna be a problem, huh?
You may begin.
Ooh, okay, give him the one too. What's up?
Not bad for a beginner.
Oh, he's gonna be our friend.
Potions
Okay,
is one
that's
of the
cool.
most
I'm okay with that.
challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school.
Here, you'll meet your professors and learn to
okay, so the
cast
guy at the beginning
spells,
was the potion
grow
master,
magical
not the headmaster.
plants, brew potions, and more. In between classes, you'll be able to explore the castle famous for its secrets, enchantments, and mysteries.
That's a just a rhinoceros skeleton
You'll
down
discover dungeons and secret passageways,
there? Okay, what's all that stuff in the background now? Like, reading
as well as
factors?
challenging puzzles that will require magical skill and a clever mind to
okay.
solve.
Okay. Oh,
You may even
God,
find
so
yourself in
excited.
iconic locations you've never
The
been able
kitchen!
to explore before.
Oh! Maybe I am a Hufflepuff.
It's the late 1800s, so while the common rooms and classes may be familiar, most of your professors will not be.
Most
However, you may
will not
recognize a few faces.
Oh, Nick!
All in good fun.
So
Once
cool.
Sir Patrick lets me join the Headless Hunt, I'll be right there with them.
Why are we hearing
Suffering is
me?
sure to win them over.
Where are we going?
Don't forget why I'm here, sir.
Why are we here, sir?
You'll come to know this eclectic group of talented witches and wizards
Oh,
in
Professor
class
Binns.
and while completing
That's
side
cool.
assignments that are part of a special curriculum. One's designed to help you catch up with the other 5th years at your
Oh,
own
that's
speed.
so cool. I mean, not actually, but I mean, it's cool that they have something like that. Ooh,
Opportunities for
What's this?
adventure abound in the area surrounding Hogwarts.
Oh, that's
The
not
magical
at
abilities
Hogwarts?
you
Okay.
learn to master through your schoolwork will soon become tested as you unravel a dangerous mystery by working alongside
That's
the
clearly a
accomplished
boss.
and yet enigmatic Professor Fig to try and discover if the
Professor
rumors of a
Fig.
mounting goblin rebellion hold any weight, and if the
Goblin
safety
rebellion,
of
okay,
Hogwarts lies in the balance.
I have. Opinions differ as to how great a threat he really is.
Ooh, okay. So he just take him out with his finger, or does he have a wand? I don't think he has a wand, right?
Hogwarts loyalists are capable of so much more than people realize.
The wizarding world of this era is fraught with dangers. Creatures corrupted by a magical force, powerful goblins, and sinister witches and wizards, all willing to fight, even kill, to achieve their own goals.
Okay.
In fact, there's an uneasy alliance between the goblins and dark wizards.
You said you could get to the child when they came to Hogsmeade. That all you needed was a distraction. I gave you a distraction.
I just watched a student take down your distraction.
Interesting.
Who is this child? Are you not telling me?
But perhaps you shouldn't involve yourself with that just yet.
Let's go. I'm gonna die. Oh my god. Ooh, that looks cool. Reparo! That'll make much sense, right? But can you use Reparo on an old land bridge? Maybe it's something else. Is he trying to kill me? I mean, us?
Enemies possess unique defensive and offensive abilities, including blasting curses, stunning spells, enchanted weaponry, and more. While some may attack
guys
directly,
dead?
others might enchant
They look
and
awful
incapacitate you. Mastery of the shield charm allows you to deflect
Good
ranged
power.
spells and direct weapon strikes.
Defender! A bugler!
Counterattack with powerful stunning charms, allowing you to follow up with extended spell combinations.
This feels like, you know, actual
Students who
magic
become
fights, not like
particularly
just,
adept at
clicking
spellcasting
to
will
it.
find many ways to exploit their enemy's weakness.
Was it theory? That's cool. Oh my god, that was so cool. Okay, so R1 is gonna be like Accio. Maybe you can
Slam with
custom
Descendo.
bind spells to certain keys.
Roast with Incendio, devastate your enemies using various finishes. You can even use the mysterious, powerful
gosh.
magic your professors do not understand
that
to
dog.
obliterate your
Ragdoll.
strongest foes. Mixing and matching dozens of spells will let you define your combat
Our
style
favorite chapter.
Accio. Incendio.
on your path to become the ultimate duelist.
Dude, so cool.
Accio.
Find it hard to believe you can just Accio opponents, but okay.
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces in your own time.
Who's that?
In
I thought I
addition
was
to
gonna
classes and
look
spells,
forward. Ooh, a
you'll
little,
have access to a deep set of upgrades, talents, and skills to aid your progression as a wizard. Complete challenges throughout the world to earn experience. Level up your abilities by choosing talents to upgrade your spells, plants, and potions
Oh,
to
disillusionment
increase
charms,
their
that's
power.
cool.
Decide which
wouldn't
talents
have
best
thought.
fit your playstyle to allow you to focus on your favorite types of magic. You can also loot, buy, or craft your own magical gear
Makes sense.
that will increase your offensive and defensive capabilities in combat. Gear can be upgraded and specialized to allow for greater abilities for your chosen playstyle.
Use a strong, even motion when cutting your ingredients.
Oh, neat. Cool.
Spells are not the only tools
good
at your
job.
disposal in
People text
combat.
too long.
As you hone your wand skills, you can continue to further your magical education at Hogwarts, progressing your development as a witch or wizard. Brew potions that can increase your power when you
cool,
need a
okay.
boost. Grow and deploy magical plants to mob the battlefield and keep your enemies at bay. You can even unleash deadly mandrake seedlings to incapacitate unsuspecting enemies.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I don't know where he got
In
that.
Beast
Where he
class,
pulled
you
it
will
out,
learn
but-
about a variety of magical beasts you might
Oh,
encounter,
he's so cute.
both
Oh my
at school
God.
and
Oh,
as you
crap
explore the
horn.
world surrounding the castle
Oh my
and its
God.
grounds.
I
The
can't
goal
wait.
of today is to remind all of you
Yes!
to maneuver on a broomstick safely.
Thank the Lord.
Learning and mastering broom flight is highly recommended so that you may travel around the world more quickly.
Fly anywhere. Looks like you're on a
I
path.
want you to do my herbology
That's less
homework.
cool.
You're despicable.
Some abilities may be taught to you by students who become your friends. As you develop relationships with these schoolmates, they can accompany you on your journey as your companions.
That's cool.
And over time, you'll learn their stories.
Okay. Cool. Glad there's some story in the game.
This is our chance.
Natsai
Love a good
Onai
side
is a
character.
brave adventurer driven by the justice she seeks. Poppy
Oh,
Sweeting
adorable.
has a kind heart and loves magical beasts, connecting with
so
them more easily than with humans.
But what happens now?
Unafraid of
Like Newt's
detention
mother.
or breaking the rules,
Seeds? Okay.
In the restricted section again.
is Sebastian Sallow, a charismatic Slytherin
We've been over this, boy. Fiddlefigs cannot reverse a curse.
with a troubling family secret.
Nothing can. The sooner you accept that reality, the better.
You'll meet these students and more as you explore common rooms, hallways between classes, and
So we can
regular
see all the
gathering
common
areas.
rooms? It's kind of been seen that way.
Welcome to the Room of Requirement.
The Room of Requirement? Okay.
One
That's
of the most
cool.
remarkable secrets of Hogwarts is known as the Room of
How
Requirement.
does that work? Oh, so it's gonna be like a crafting station, I
You're
guess.
introduced to this space that seems to sense what you need and then provides it for you.
Okay. The hopping pot.
Since you need to catch up to your peers, the room provides space
story
for you
in the
to
book?
sow and harvest plants, brew potions, and upgrade your gear.
Alright. So yeah, like a crafting room, basically. Ooh,
A
that's
helpful
pretty.
house elf named Deke helps you discover
Deke.
vivariums that allow you to nurture your own menagerie of magical
that's
beasts.
cool.
What is it? Deke isn't sure.
Like
Only
Newt's case,
one
I
way
bet.
to find out.
Way bigger
You
on
can
the
freely
inside.
customize this
Yo, yeah.
space
Oh
to
my
reflect your
gosh.
personality and magical specialties.
Oh, that's gonna be so cool. Like your little crafting area. I don't care to have a cat, but if I could have some grab horns in there. Oh, you can fly hippogriffs
Not
too.
everything
Oh,
you
it's a
need on your
dragon.
journey is available at Hogwarts. You'll want to visit the nearby wizarding village of Hogsmeade,
Oh my
where
gosh,
loads of
that's
shops and
exciting.
vendors can provide you with the supplies you require. From potion ingredients and recipes, to seeds for magical plants, to all sorts of gear.
Okay. We can look all sorts of crazy.
But Hogsmeade also has its dangerous side. A band of dark witches and wizards,
It's like Hall
emboldened
Barrel.
by the turmoil of the times, wander the village outskirts.
There are wands in the background. Is that Hogsmeade?
You must avoid
Fire
them
wands
or
and Hogsmeade?
defeat them. As you explore, you'll find the world surrounding Hogwarts is alive with activity, wonders, and areas of unusual interest. As the school
Okay,
year
okay.
progresses, dynamic seasons and
Shadow.
climates will fill the sky with lightning or sunshine,
Oh, that's
or
cool. I
coat
like
the ground
that.
with snow or
Different
rain.
weather.
Unique wizarding hamlets pepper the
I don't know
countryside,
how that's gonna work.
each with vendors and residents who have stories to
Okay.
tell, and missions with which they could use your assistance. Be on the lookout for enchanting magical puzzles that may very well have been designed by Merlin himself
That's
when
neat.
he was a student at Hogwarts.
Merlin was a Slytherin. In case you didn't
Magical
know.
beasts roam the lands
Well, I
outside
have
the
no idea
castle
what that
walls.
is.
Some have been corrupted by a mysterious dark magic, while others are at
Moon
risk
calves.
of poachers
Oh my
and their
gosh, those are
traps.
so cute.
If you're feeling benevolent, you can rescue them and restore them to health in the Room of Requirement.
Okay, okay.
But
So-
there are dangers beyond your understanding in the world as well.
okay.
Dungeons and
Too.
vaults hold perilous threats and also untold
More
rewards.
in theory.
Be careful where you choose to explore, as it may lead you down a darker path.
Woo! We can kill somebody?
Master spells. Befriend new allies. Journey across a landscape
God.
never seen before. Uncover ancient secrets. Combat mystical threats. Learn long-forgotten mysteries. Become the witch or wizard you want to be as you leave your unique mark on the wizarding world.
Oh, that's cool.
Here, in Hogwarts Legacy.
I'm excited. I'm so hyped. This is great. Live the Unwritten Holiday 2022. Okay, so it'll release around November. Kind of the typical,
That
typical
was your
release
first
date
extended look
for
at
stuff like
Hogwarts
this.
Legacy.
Video games in general, a lot of them come out around November, so.
Now let's hear from the real wizards and witches behind the game.
Yes, let's. What have they got to say? They're gonna break it down for me so I don't have to? I'm still gonna break it down.
The attention to detail and the passion and the love for this brand that the team has is astonishing.
Well, it is, you know.
Our team is so excited to take all of the love that they put into this as fans and give it to fans.
This is the game that they've dreamed of for 20 years.
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, those are some cool artworks.
The lore of the Wizarding World is already so rich, and all we had to do was harness those elements and build a game out of it.
The movies, the books, they all touched me in such a way. Like, it makes me want to go to experience Hogwarts. It makes me put in so much more detail into this game.
We really want to make sure that anything we add or anything we play with or anything that we explore really feels authentic.
Bringing to life just the charm and the love, everything we have for the books, and then marrying that with the iconic experiences from the movies that fans will recognize is really just the perfect handshake between the two. Just the discovery of like seeing things portrayed for the first time. Maybe they've read something and had a picture in their head the whole time, but then finally to get to touch it, to walk around it.
You've got all these elements that can come together to create this amazing AAA open world action RPG.
When it comes to the open world, we just knew it wasn't going to be enough to just stare out of the windows of Hogwarts and wonder what it's like out there. But the final question that fans ask is, what's beyond that? What's beyond the Forbidden Forest? What's going to be beyond Hogsmeade? What's beyond the Black Lake if I start traveling south? And we just felt like we had to answer those questions.
Good. Ooh, that was a big map. I think that was just Hogwarts, not
We
the,
were creating a
areas.
real wide palette of opportunities and ways to explore the world. You're going to see different stories that are really exclusive to who you were in the world.
Hogwarts Legacy is an original story that takes place in the late 1800s.
You are a new student who is starting at the famed School of Witchcraft and Wizardry as a fifth year, which is very unusual. So already there's a bit of an edge and a bit of a mystery.
The original story that we tell in the game is
Does
your
Hogwarts
story
like
of what
transfer
you
students?
did
Does Hogwarts have
in the
transfer
Wizarding World
students?
that you haven't seen before.
Or make our own magic with our story we're trying to tell.
Fans are familiar with the Wizarding World from, the 1900s and on, really. But now, with this world, we're able to sort of create a space that's their own. Fans of the series will know that ancient magic has been around for a long time, to say the
That looks
least,
like
and
just a
that
finger.
Hogwarts itself is a stronghold of ancient magic. And the Avatar, the player, has the ability to sense it and possibly wield it or control it.
Our process of development started with rereading the books. And over development, we
rereading the
reread
books.
the
You
books
just needed an
many
excuse.
times. Every time we start with a new feature, we dig into that. And then beyond, we would go into the films.
I'm glad they used the films as reference too.
Being able to put our own spin on what this universe is was a pretty big deal. I helped design a piece that nobody has ever seen before, the Hufflepuff common room.
Oh,
as
so
a Hufflepuff,
cool.
you always wondered, like, what is my common room supposed to look like?
It's close enough
Only
to
one
the
he didn't
world
go
that we
to.
know that fans will recognize certain names, they'll recognize spells, they'll recognize certain locations.
I recognize that doorway, I recognize that classroom.
But mostly, it's going to be an entirely new Wizarding World that no one's ever experienced.
When people
That's just a
engage in the Wizarding World, what's the one anchor? Like, what's the thing that everyone comes back to? What's the thing that
Magic.
grounds it all and grounds all these characters and
Hogwarts.
grounds all these figures? And for us, we really felt like that answer was Hogwarts itself.
Okay.
That
Had to be
school, that famous school of witchcraft and wizardry, is really what binds it all.
How to bring Hogwarts to life. That was,
that was the
a
elevator
very
in the
big
background.
challenge
Okay.
because, as everybody knows, Hogwarts is huge.
Now we need to know exactly how this passage connects to this passage for a game, because you're gonna have to walk it.
And of course, again, the sentient castle, it's got new surprises up its sleeves. It likes to keep its students on its toes. We've put so many little secrets and passageways and rooms in this castle.
We recreate those very important locations, and then there's these other places that are only mentioned in the books or just alluded to, and we have to make the connective tissue that brings all of it together.
Having a world that is a breathing, living world is very hard to do because it's all about the details. And as a concept team, we really got into those details and studied history, studied architecture.
I hope that when fans play the game, they get as lost in it as I do. I can just be reviewing a side mission, and all of a sudden I find myself wandering Hogwarts for like 45 minutes because it's so beautiful.
The community is absolutely going to love Hogwarts Legacy.
It's going to be so fun.
Get that letter to Hogwarts and go to Hogwarts.
We're so excited for people to come to this, to inhabit it, to actually enter the Hogwarts that we built. This is your Hogwarts legacy.
That's it. Not that I want to go, but like, I mean, cool that it's an option. Who would have thought, right? You can see a pretty PG version of the world. Is that it?
We truly hope you enjoyed the Hogwarts Legacy State of Play. Our team is so grateful for the excitement and for the passion that all of you bring to this. It's truly what fuels us. On behalf of our team at WB Games Avalanche, we want to thank you for being here today, and we'll see you at Hogwarts.
That's our show.
All right.
We hope you're excited for the magic to come. See you next time.
Yeah, that's all. All right, well, that was the state of play. We got our release date, we got all sorts of footage, and yeah, I can't wait to really deep dive into this trailer and see some of the stuff that, you know, the smaller details, but I'll release a video going over all the, I'll release a video doing a deep dive on the video, but until next time, see you guys later.